right, folks, welcome back. Second of two games today, the G. Forbes Elliott Athletic Center. We got men's ACAA basketball action for you.
Should be a great one.
Yeah,
a rematch of
last
the
year's championship game. And here's Schmerda starting the season off with a lay on the break. So yeah, last year's finals matchup, the Seawolves took the gold medal over the MSVU Mystics. And they're looking to start the season off strong here. Here's AJ Nash, starters for your Seawolves. AJ Nash, Ethan Schmerda shooting this three bomb and making it. Ethan Schmerda, 5 quick points in under 30 seconds.
And a quick timeout from the Mystics, not even 30 seconds into the game.
Great start for Schmerda there, and yeah, Schmerda starting off the game alongside AJ Nash, Darren Clark, Doyle Burton.
For the Mystics, starting it out, it'll be Adam Callahan, Anthony Leckie, Isaiah Cromwell-Wright, Keegan Farron, and Nate Titus.
I'm missing a starter too, Lance Howard. Lance Howard out there with the Seals as well.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, it's all good.
Danny DePalma electing to use one of his timeouts early here in this first quarter. 27 seconds into the match.
Go to the Callahan.
Howlin on Leckie.
Leckie. For Callahan in the corner. Covered by Clark. Attacks left into the paint. Now finds Farron down low. Trying to work on Burton. He does. Lays it up and in.
That's a nice move from Farron. Very skilled, crafty. His hand taped up there. Playing through it.
There's Burton. Swing it over to Nash. Slip it down the screen. Nash attacks into the paint. Takes some contact there.
That's going to be Callahan.
Yeah. Adam Callahan. 6'1" guard from Sydney, Nova Scotia in his 5th and final year.
Burton trying to find Nash.
Nash pulls up for 3. Shot long. It's Leckie coming down with it. Down low to Titus. Here's Schmerda. Over to Clark. Up top, Burton. Finds Nash. Over to Clark. Looking to attack Farron. Clark, nice drop down pass. Lance Howlett lays it up and in. Here's Leckie.
Howlett with the pressure on ball.
Farron. Callahan takes a bump, draws a foul. Adam Callahan getting checked by Darren Clark.
You see the Mystics tonight are missing some of their stronger players for their program.
Aaron loses it there, taken away again by Burton. And that's something I've seen in Burton's game in the preseason that's kind of expanded is his ability as Clark shoots a 3. Good!
That's a no-brainer.
Clark from downtown. So I was saying, something I've seen in Doyle's game that I really liked in the preseason is his ability to put the ball on the floor now. He can climb up and grab a rebound, and then he makes 2 or 3 really good dribbles to kind of create and push the pace of the offense. Taken away by Hallett there, long pass, it's floating into the hands of Callahan. He scoops it back up. Adam Callahan now.
Pace.
Hand off to Isaiah Cromwell-Wright, looking low. Farron broken up again by Burton, active hands once again.
Burton been active so far early in this first quarter on the defensive side of the ball. You can see Farron check in Leckie out. The younger Farron. Callahan with the tough floater.
That's a nice finish there, Adam Callahan. And here's Clark. Burton up top. Gives it Nash, back to Clark. Clark attacking Farron. Kick out, AJ Nash, head fake. 2 feet in the paint, gets to where he wants to operate. Short, he draws a foul. AJ Nash, one of the best post-up guards in this league. Loves to score on the inside once he gets 2 feet in the paint.
There's not one guard in this league that loves to operate out of the low block area more than AJ Nash. And there's a reason why he's proficient.
He is. And another element of his game, once he gets down low, is he's a really good post passer. And he gets down, he uses his core strength, and just position himself to survey the floor. He has time, creating a little more time for himself just to either get to his spot with his move or find the next open.
100%. And with a player of his skill and his proficiency around the rim, there's a reason doubles come and there's a reason there's an open man.
Here's Farron.
Callahan
looking to attack way over top of Burton. Nice finish, Adam Callahan. Yeah. That's over the 6'7" Burton. Clark still attacking. Trying to orchestrate a pick and roll. Looking for
just a little bit low to Burton there.
Down low.
Space to catch.
Cromwell right on the break, and Titus. Stay on his feet.
Callahan just out of bounds.
On the end line, Adam Callahan. Good start for him, but a turnover on that play. Seabull's up 12-6 here early. We're going to see the librarian, Dov Khan, set to make his first appearance alongside Ewan Wilson. Here's Nash. To operate. Nice skip pass to Clark. He's wide open.
Another.
Way long, but
AJ Nash saves it. Out to Clark. 7 left to operate.
With 5. Here's Clark looking to attack. Cromwell right. Gets down low. Fading shot. Again, too strong. Going to be a shot clock violation there. Good defense by the Mystics as Con and Wilson check in.
It's going to be Howlett and Clark out. Losing some length. Seawolves, they'll almost like the Mystics in the last game if you were watching, they're going to elect to probably almost hockey-like sub their players.
From right, operating in the mid-range. We saw that a lot last year. Big frame, he loves to get downhill, but his complementary move to that is the jumper. He's really proficient with it in the mid-range. Wilson, first look of the year.
And it's good.
Ewan Wilson from the corner.
That's what he steps to the court to do.
Now he's going to be tasked with checking Adam Callahan. Callahan going to work on Wilson. Takes the bump. Foul on the floor.
That's going to be on the floor.
Shot's not going to count.
Callahan looking to attack Wilson early off this the substitution. Callahan to let it fly.
Short.
Picked up by Nash.
Nash going at Farron. Burton wants it up top. Orchestrate the offense. Here's Con. Extra pass. Nash attacking Cromwell right. Gets into the paint, takes some contact. Cromwell right doesn't like it, and it's going to be 2 free throws for Nash.
Staple AJ Nash's game, getting to the line. I mean, you see him here for the second time already tonight.
You see some players shy away from contact. Nash is not one of those guys. Never has been, and never will be.
He never will be, no.
Short on that for Nash. Bulls still leading 15-8 halfway through the first here. Cromwell right. Checked by Nash. On the switch, going at Wilson.
Blocked by Nash. Not as much space as he thought.
Callahan, head fake. To attack Wilson to the left, stops, kick out, Titus. He attacks Con, floater over top, great defense by Doug shot there. Just making getting the taller defender off balance. Taller offensive player off balance. Olin. Burton tried to.
Had the right idea there, just a little bit quick, below the hands of Con. Stopped there by Cromwell right.
Here is Con. Cromwell right going downhill, too easy.
And the foul.
Plus the foul. Isaiah Cromwell right with the hoop in the heart.
With the tough bucket. We're going to see number 9, Ben Kearney, check in.
Yeah, Cromwell right is it can be a tough cover for a lot of different teams. He's a bit of a mismatch nightmare here and there because he kind of has the ability to put the ball on the floor and handle it here and there, but he, is a strong physical player, so he can't just be checked by anybody.
No, exactly.
And that's why you see someone like Nash guarding him, a very versatile defender, strong enough to check a forward, quick enough to stay in front of guards.
A good combination to have in the defender.
He likes that in the post. Too easy on Adam Callahan.
The same way Callahan's going to work, AJ Nash is doing the same thing on the other end.
That's too easy for AJ. If they're going to allow him to get down low like that and go at Callahan, he's going to score.
That's a lot of space for Callahan, too.
Yeah.
You're going
to have to do a little bit better job checking both these guys. On either side, Schmerd, head of steam, floater.
Flips it up.
Can't get his own.
Almost poked free by Wilson.
That's another one of the big assets of Ewan Wilson's game. This is
Callahan loses the ball. That's going to be
Seawolf's
ball. Callahan elects to leave it.
Up. And that's what he's here to do, play defense. And he's got quick hands.
Callahan looking for the other ref's opinion, and he agrees with the other ref. It's going to be Seawolf's ball. Early in this game, he's got a lot to say.
17-11 here, 3:30 left in the first quarter. Here's Kahn, Vogt now. Ernest Vogt up top, Cromwell right checks, hand off to Darren Clark.
I fake, gets him in the air.
Quick swing, Schmerd. Can't hit the
great
corner
rebound by
three.
Vogt. 17-11, 3 to go.
Clark feeds it down
Tough
low.
pass, out to Kahn.
In the corner.
And he drills it.
Kahn from the corner, Young and Eglinton. It's his first three-point look to go. That's going to be another big asset for the Seawolves. Had a couple players in their rotation graduate, lost one to a transfer. And the shooting of Kahn and Ewan Wilson are going to be
huge for the
Seawolves.
Especially looking at this Mystic team, adding some players, many from the AUS level, like number 9, Ben Kearney, for example, a CBU player just in the past season, now playing for the Mystics.
Oh, creates the space.
Kahn looking to fire another.
2 for 2.
Don't let him get hot, Aiden.
Duff Kahn, the librarian from downtown.
The Seawolves opening up this quarter really hot. It's 23-11. 2 minutes left to play.
Titus attacks, tries to float it over Vogt, and Cromwell right.
There to clean up.
Easiest points of his night so far. Seawolves still up 10 here. 2 to play. Kahn on the wing.
Why not get it to him again?
Vogt up top. The dancing bear.
And he drills it. And De Palma's going to have to call another timeout. That's 2 early ones for the Mystics early in this game. A team that in preseason beat the Seawolves and looked quite strong.
Yeah.
So far, the Seawolves in the first regular season matchup of the 2025-2026 year have come out.
And that's exactly how you want to
26-15.
respond. On your home court against the team that you beat in the finals last year, you had a tough preseason game against them. This is the response you want to see if you're a Seawolves fan. White hot shooting out of the gate. I wouldn't expect them to continue to hit it this crazy clip that they're at now, but if they can even try to maintain something close, it'll be a treat for the fans watching.
And in case you guys missed it, your UNBSJ Seawolves men's basketball team had their banner presentation just before this game started for their first ever men's basketball championship title in UNBSJ history. That's their last team sport that they had not won a championship for yet. Men's soccer, women's soccer, volleyball, and badminton alike have all won. Men's basketball was the last to eclipse the title.
And they did it in pretty epic fashion. It was quite an exciting game. Now, honestly, that whole weekend was really thrilling from start to finish, to be honest, whether it was, was it the Seawolves games that we caught or any of the other teams. MSVU played fantastic. Stu played really well. There's some really exciting playoff games down the stretch. One of the more exciting games I felt that weekend was when Seawolves played Holland in the semifinal. And that was just an exciting game.
100%. And speaking of Holland, they had played Crandall yesterday and narrowly lost in a 99-100 battle. as well as Stu and MSVU played yesterday, and Stu took the edge on MSVU.
Yeah, so right now, St. Thomas is kind of looking like the team to beat in the league as far as preseason rankings. You know,
I would tend to agree for sure. They look to be a somewhat comfortable win. Mackay Paris looking to get active, stolen by Cartwright.
Evan Cartwright, third-year forward at Leo Hayes High School in Fredericton, New Brunswick.
Yeah, as you were saying, Aiden.
Hahn, can he go 3 for 3? Hits every part of the iron, can't go down.
Just missed.
Paris on the break, going at Voke.
And the foul!
What a tough take there, Mackay Paris.
Mickey Paris flexing at Voke.
I think you're in the flex on that one. Ernest Voke.
Redshirted for the Mystics last year, his first season as a eligible player is Paris. But yeah, as you're saying, Aiden, I think between these two teams we're watching right now and the St. Thomas Tommies, those could be the three to look to beat coming into the season for sure. And the press breaking things up for the Mystics.
Sorry, I almost just yelled shoot. There's a nice take there.
Paris looking to open up his teammate, trying to get that to Anthony Leckie. Something I found interesting about this Mystics team, a lot of Cape Bretoners.
Yeah.
Anthony Leckie, one of them. Sydney River, Nova Scotia.
I shout out to anyone watching in Cape Breton. Leckie drops the first. So you got Hallett back in the game here.
For the Mystics, something of note, Chase Tynes and Isaac Matheson, two players that are key contributors for them, are out of the lineup tonight, still on the roster.
Good weak side rebound there.
Vogue looking to fly.
Bang! Ernest
He's a
Vogue.
pilot.
The hot shooting continues for the Wolves. Now here's Vogue checking Titus. Crossover out to Leckie. Switch, Vogue's back on the ball.
Vogue, for a guy of his size, very quick on the feet.
Over to Titus. Titus trying to attack Hallett. Shot up the paint. That's a nice feed there.
Beautiful pass there. Using his
Leckie.
athleticism and length to find the open man. Seawolves, about a second difference between the shot and game clock. They're going to look to get the final shot here.
Crossover by Nash. Looking to create. Loses the ball. Tipped out of bounds. And it'll stay St. John.
12 to go. 0.3 difference.
Nash to trigger it.
In the Vogue.
Wilson
Wilson to space.
Wilson lets it fly. Shot off. Hallett can't corral the board. Paris does.
Get down the court.
With 2 seconds, it's Paris behind the
one.
three-point line.
He drills it!
Off 1 foot, Mackay Paris.
What a beautiful shot. That's not something you see every day.
For a player that redshirted last year in his first regular season game at the ACAA level, he's come out with a bang. Wild buzzer beater 3 and a nice and 1 over Smoke.
I can't name a better way to start a career.
Yeah, without those two big plays here, the Mystics would probably be hurting a little more.
Yeah, they 29-23
here after the first quarter play.
A 6-point lead for the Seawolves is anybody's ball game still. It's early, 30 minutes of basketball left to play, and yeah, it's been a physical game. It's been fast-paced, and it's very interesting to see how both teams are electing to open up their season. The first game for the Seawolves, second for the Mystics.
What do you think MSVU is talking about right now in their huddle? Improvements to make here for next quarter.
I think they are probably pretty happy with the results of their press later in that first quarter. I think they forced a couple turnovers. They slowed the Seawolves down a little bit. I think that's going to be one of their main focuses. Higher quality looks. They had forced a couple of interesting looks early in the first quarter, just kind of early in the shot clock, deep threes. I think just as a team, that's going to be something they're going to look to adjust, just the type of look and the quality.
I like it. second quarter here for the Mystics. Ben Kearney, Mackay Paris, Nate Titus, Isaiah Cromwell Wright, and Anthony Lecky. Here's Paris, inbound it into Lecky. Lecky finds Kearney. On the work, top of the key, going right at Schmerd. Gets his own board. Shot no good. Fight for the rebound. Here's Nash. Likes to slow it down. Now Schmerd, the full head of steam. He slows it down. Voke up top. Wilson, head fake. Creating some space. And they will look down low. Voke gets it on the block.
With the post fade.
It's Voke. Too short. Bit of a tough shot over the length of Nate Titus. Head fake from Lecky all the way to the rim.
That's a tough finish.
Anthony Lecky.
Up and around for Lecky.
Here's Schmerden.
Nash to attack.
Gets off his feet in the corner.
Almost picked off by Paris. Wilson. Room
Wide
to operate.
open.
Good. He drills it.
Ewan Wilson. Continuing to do what he does best. Hits the second three of the night.
That's going to be the key for the Seawolves tonight, Aiden, is making the most of those open opportunities.
Cromwell right. Checked by Nash.
Seawolves in his own.
Head fake. That's an ideal defensive possession there for the Seawolves. You want to force a long mid-range shot.
And a great rebound by Wilson. Ref taking a tumble there. It seems to be all right. Smile on his face. Out to Paris. Around Vogue. Just a little bit too much weight.
Bird now puts it in the hands of Vogue. Vogue looking to initiate some offense.
To Schmerda.
Nice cut by Schmerda.
Flips one up there. And he's going to shoot two because of it.
Checking in the game, Darren Clark back in. Season debut for Ryan Pollard, and Vogue makes his way back in the game as well.
Howlett and Wilson to the bench. For the Mystics, it'll be Titus and Cromwell Wright to the bench. Checking in, it'll be Callahan and Farron.
Second good for Schmerda.
Builds the lead to 34 to 25, 8 to go.
There we go,
Seagulls
by
still in the
Nash.
backcourt.
Crosses over, gets all the way to the rim, can't finish, and Pollard's there to clean it up. Throwing off some bounce with the putback layup. Harris
looking to
that looked
attack.
like it could have been a travel there, but he gets to
Certainly.
the rim and lays it up and in.
Finishing over Clark. Awkward catch. Smooth finish.
Darren Clark. Burton down to Nash, where he likes to work, gets to 2 feet, goes up, and he can't finish.
Uncharacteristic finish there from AJ Nash. Just
had the space.
a little bit off the mark.
Yeah, might have rushed himself a little there.
Sometimes you almost get shocked when you're that open. It messes yourself up.
Harris
to the back door.
Turning, fading. Shot no good.
Cleaned
Rebound
up
by
by Farron.
No whistle as a fight for the ball, and
That's going to be on the
Clark is gonna
ground.
pick up the foul. Callahan back in now for the Mystics. Operating on the end line, gets all the way to the cup. Nice reverse.
Using that end line almost as an extra room of space. Callahan with the up and under.
Burton. Top, Schmerda. Clark on the block. He's got a mismatch.
Callahan falls
He
hard,
goes
trying
right
to
up
take
and
the
lays
charge.
it in, but Callahan hit the deck hard there.
Yeah.
Here's Kearney trying to get to the rim. Can't finish over Burton, but the contact was there. Whistle for the
Burton
foul.
looked arms to be straight up, but just a little bit physical with the body. He's going to draw two. The new Waterford lefty, Kearney. This is the first. Four quarters shy of the free throws there is Kearney. 0 for 2 from the line.
Quick move by Nash, right to the rim with the left. AJ Nash showing off that speed. Put the Seawolves up
sneaky bounce.
13. Clark checking Callahan. Pairs in the corner, lets it fly.
That one's long.
Long. Pollard hustling for the
cleans it
rebound.
up. He's pushing the pace. Burton running.
Drills at Schmerda. Got a mismatch now with Farron on him. And they're looking low. Burton wants it. Burton, a good post passer. He likes taking himself.
I don't hate that matchup for Burton.
Yeah.
Anthony Leckie is 6'2", just a little bit too small for Burton's length if he's able to get the look he wants. A tough three there from Callahan. He's starting to heat that.
That's something
he closes that to 10. Big three there for the Mystics.
Nash wants to attack again. A
Good
beautiful
find
pass.
there.
Unselfish basketball. But couldn't find a shooter. And they're going to whistle Darren Clark for a travel there.
Clark not happy with that call.
It was nice unselfish pass there in the corner from Schmerda there. Pollard's got to shoot that one.
Yeah.
Knowing that they wanted to do a good shot for a great shot. They wanted to do it twice, but recognition, it's Doyle Burton on the top, not typically a shot that he's going to be taking in this offense.
No, and exactly. And it doesn't hurt to swing it to Doyle in many situations to keep the offensive flowing, but in that case, you're not going to get a much higher quality look than that.
Yeah. Unselfish play was a big staple of this team last year, and of course will be moving forward. So
we got about 6 minutes left to play here in the first half. It's a 40 to 30 point ball game for the UNB St. John Seawolves.
Kearney triggers it to Callahan. Callahan to Kearney. Going at Schmerda, gets him off his feet. Cromwell right, a deep three. It's short. Nice box out by Kahn there. Just allow the ball to sail out of bounds. Crucial minutes to end this half here. Time for the Seawolves to blow this thing open. More time for the Mystics to mount an early half comeback.
Coach Dom for the Seawolves, he's screaming to get Darren Clark the ball. That's a lot of contact. Seawolves, they're able to corral it.
Schmerda down to Burton. Goes blocked by Farron. Still with it. He's on the end line.
Couldn't quite save it.
Out of bounds. Cromwell right now. Covered by Schmerda, over to Farron up top.
Cromwell right, patient operate. Finds
corner.
Callahan,
That's
a lot
a
of
beautiful
space.
pass.
Great rebound by Farron.
Titus, checked by Kahn, pulls up.
Lets it fly, and he drills it.
Good.
Right in the mouth of Kahn.
Nate Titus.
That's a tough shot to guard. I mean, that's stand at 6'7". Really high release point.
Schmerda attacking, goes
With
right
a slow step
into the Mystic defense.
That's just a man with a lot of strength. That's hard to stop.
Cromwell right now. It's the floater.
Tough floater there.
Short. Hold up by Schmerda, knocked out of the hands of Farron. Darren Clark now. 4:20 to play here in the first half. Pollard on the wing. Attacks. Nice dump off to Burton. And he lays it in. Sweet dime from Ryan Pollard. Right to the hands of Burton. He lays it in for two.
Just positioning himself there perfectly as Doyle Burton.
Cromwell right now. Looking to attack. Into the help defense. Wow, what body
what
control.
a tough lay there.
Isaiah Cromwell,
Right, shades of mellow. Really just being able to score at all three levels with a variety of moves.
He's a big footwork guy. I like that comparison a lot, actually. You see, he's got good go-to moves whenever he catches the ball in the post, when he hits the ball facing up on the high post. A lot of things to go to.
Certainly, and he looks to score, but he's got the option to hit his teammates, certainly. And a tough finish there with the left hand for Callahan. Mystics really trying to crawl back into this one. It's a 7-point game. 3.5 minutes left. It's going to be timeout.
Timeout here.
I believe for the Seawolves, but no indication.
About 3.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Seawolves going down to a 7-point lead.
Vincent in the building. He'll be St. John men's basketball legend, former head coach. Did a lot for the program prior to Paul Vaughn stepping in.
Adjustment. 3 seconds on, and we are ready to roll.
Baller to bring up the ball for the Seawolves, not something you see a lot.
Looks like the Wolves are looking to run a set out of that timeout. Nice cut there.
And a beautiful find.
Nice high finish.
Mystics just not ready for it all, and honestly, I wasn't either. I lost the ball for a second there. Beautiful pass from Burton.
Up top. Hand it off to Callahan. Adam Callahan pulls up a deep three. Shot off, Darren Clark with the board.
Got the shot off clean.
Clark. Checked by Callahan.
Mystics into 2-3.
Crossover. Step back. Finds Kahn. Stays one. Oh, I thought he had his foot down still, but it must have lifted. That's going to be a travel.
Yeah, that would have been definitely a close one there for Kahn. I like the attempt. Yeah, that was a close
Mystic
one.
defense there. It's a really aggressive closeout.
Certainly.
It's going to get you that turn. Here's Callahan now with it. Screen set Farron.
Kearney on the block.
Still at Hallett. Steps through. Good defense.
Swatted away by Hallett there. AJ Nash, full head of steam. Finds Clark. Hallett, why not let it fly? Burton to rebound.
Burton there.
That's that high school connection. Both Bayview High boys. Clark to let it fly. Too much space.
Darren Clark for three. Pushes the Seawolf lead to 12, 49-37. Nash trying to check Cromwell right, full court. Cromwell right.
Wow.
Wow, what a find
Behind
there.
his head.
Farron travels.
Just one too many steps. Couldn't complete the highlight there for Cromwell right.
Almost went 94 feet and dropped a sweet dime, but
no look behind the head. I like it.
Seawolves defense collapses on that.
A minute 50 left in this first half. Seawolves lead by 12. It's a big game for the Mystics to show that you're the same team that you were last year, ranked second in the country at one point. You want to start your season off in a very similar place.
Great ball movement for the Seawolves. Burton underneath. Good defense by Farron there.
Yeah, great defense by the Mystics, bringing two. Burton nowhere to go. Swatted away by Schmerda.
Cromwell right, pull up.
Oh,
Good.
beautiful jumper
Smooth
there.
Pull up long too. Isaiah Cromwell right.
Getting to a spot and operating. As Clark slows it down.
1:05 to play here. Nash with it.
Seagulls
Trying to
loading up
overload.
inside.
Yeah, overload that zone. Schmerda out to Nash, head fake. Crosses back over. Trying to look for Schmerda where he wants it.
Only
Turning,
two to
fading
operate.
jumper. Too
Had to let it
strong.
fly. I was going to say, I believe that's going to be Mystic's ball regardless.
Siebel was trying to say it hit the rim, but that's going to be a shot clock violation. 10-point lead, under a minute to play here in the half. Adam Callahan. Up top, Isaiah Cromwell right.
Step back three. That's blocked by AJ Nash.
On the break.
AJ to run. With the open under, that's an hit one.
What body control by Nash.
Great
Nash
body
was
control.
slow. That slow step, just a lethal move for Nash. Makes
Understanding
Cromwell right
after getting that block, you know, the defender's going to want to jump to get a block of his own. And,
Yeah.
and just slowing it down, getting him in the air, and using his own body against him.
It's a good lead pass there by Schmerda as well. Let Nash say my block, my rock. Take the house. Callahan now. Kearney in the back door, slapping the glass on the finish there.
Seagulls,
52-41.
15 left to play. They're going to get the last shot of the half.
There's 10 seconds. Up to Clark.
Paul Vaughn
With
not
8
happy
to
with how
7.
slow the Seagulls
Up to
offense
5
is
with
initiating.
4. Steps back, three-point bomb.
And it's
hanging
not
on the
quite
rim.
good.
And time will expire. A good half. If you're a St. John Seagulls fan, up 52-41 over the MSVU Mystics.
The Mystics still in this ball game. It's far from over. We seen in the game earlier this morning, the Seagulls were up at halftime. Mystics came back and won it. For a different result if you're a Seagull fan, and if not, hopefully the same result if
We're
you're a
going to take
Mystic.
a quick break here, 15 minutes for our halftime. We'll be right back with you after that for some second half action.
Awesome. See you soon, folks. Wow. All right, folks, welcome back to some second half action. It's your UNB St. John Seawolves taking on the Mount St. Vincent men's basketball teams. It's a 9-point lead for the St. John Seawolves men's team at half, 52-43. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right into things here, folks. Just waiting on the game ball. Before we get right into it, we have a few announcements today. We're going to talk about our Booster Juice Athletes of the Week, Caitlin Kozecki and Mikhail Natashik. They are both of our goalies for the men and women's Seawolves soccer teams, both making it to the ACAA finals this past weekend.
Amazing seasons.
And yeah, they had amazing seasons. Also like to take this moment to thank our season partners, Central Atlantic, Lester's Trophies, Domino's, UNB Associate Alumni, One Team Sports Group, Select Printing and Signs, Culligan Water, St. John LNG, and Booster Juice, the East Point Innovation. Did I miss a tough bucket there?
Yeah, I'm going to have to cut you off because that was a sweet dime from DC, Darren Clark, down to Bill Burton for the nice layup. Here we go, second half action. Seawolves up 11, 3-point shot from Cromwell right.
Lets it fly.
That's it to 8, 54-46.
Post fade with the soft touch. DC able to float that one up there. No rotation on the ball, just giving it a good chance to just find its way in the hole. Great help defense there by Howlett.
Just couldn't let it.
Turns an easy bucket into a miss.
That was a nice take there by Cromwell, right? A good move. Clark, Schmerda on the wing, back up to Clark. Burton, Nash with a head fake. Spins out, pass to Burton.
Seawolves have 5 to attack.
Clark turning, fading.
And this one drops again too.
Shooter's bounce for Darren Clark.
Darren Clark's a big addition to this Seawolves program. He's arguably the biggest new player that they have, at least in terms of impact. And he adds something that the Seawolves lost with Jack Fury Miller graduating last year. And the end of shot clock, can't quite get into your offense. We just need to put a shot up. Who has the best chance of making it? It's Darren Clark. We've seen that already early on in the season, and super important for the Seawolves to have someone like that to fill that gap that Jack Fury Miller was kind of leaving.
Yeah, similar to that, he's also got AUS experience as well. Played at UPEI. He's now with the Seawolves.
He's in his 4th year of eligibility from Hamilton, Ontario.
Here's Callahan, cut off. Lecky, 3-point bomb, way off.
Right.
Here's Nash pushing the pace. Howlett. Whistle for the travel and transition there. This ball will be going the other way.
All right. Been leading the way for the Mystics so far and fires that one just a little bit too wide. Expect Titus in the corner and wasn't quite where he's expecting them to be, and it's going to be Seawolves' ball. 12-point lead, just under 8 minutes left to go here in the third.
Here's AJ Nash. Trying to orchestrate some offense. It's to Burton up top. Schmerda looking to attack Farron, swings it over. Down low, Burton, nice skip pass, Nash a head fake. With 3, with 2, he's got to put one up. Clark, long 3, good! Darren Clark!
And I think that would be a wet ball. Nothing but netting, and exactly what we're talking about.
That is a wet ball. Fans loving that. Darren Clark's got people out of their seat. Here's Kearney, down low to Farron. Farron wants to go at Burton. Burton not backing down. Cutter, Cromwell right, and
Burton
nice
creating his own space.
Nice dime. Keegan Farron. Howlett thought about it. Back to Burton up top. Nash, quick swing. Schmerda, he wants to shoot it. Way long.
A little bit long there by Schmerda. Callahan to push it. Like he gets the ball, going to attack on the left.
Lucky on the block. Cromwell right. Operating at the free throw line, pulls up, shot off, and oh. Nash just.
Some physical contact there between Nash and Farron.
I missed the beginning of that. I saw the end. Looked like, it honestly just kind of looked like Farron fell right on top of Nash, but
yeah.
I didn't see the event that kind of led up to that. So
no, I was watching and I still kind of missed it. It was a quick hitter
on that play, so
yeah.
It must have been something I just missed before. All right. Skip pass, Titus going baseline. Farron, that's broken up by Nash. Here we go now, AJ Nash, 3-on-2 situation to Schmerda, up for the layup.
Great defense there by Cromwell Wright.
Yeah.
Standing straight up.
Stop
for the transition attempt.
Titus.
Callahan calling for it.
Ball.
Couldn't quite get that to drop.
Lucky with the O-board. Callahan down the middle, floater. Too strong.
Heavy again.
Got to get a rebound. Farron.
Great defense by Doyle adjusting the shot.
And he's hacked by Schmerda.
And Schmerda will take that one. Farron upset. I think out himself.
Yeah, had a couple of opportunities, missed a couple of bunnies around the net.
Yeah.
But well done, still there in some free throws.
And probably a mix of the physical play. He's really been getting beat up down there in the key the last couple trips down the court, and probably all a cumulative effect. Nails the first one. Second one there, Joy.
Comes off the rim, grabs the board.
Space to fire if he can catch a little bit low on the pass.
Burton. Skip pass, Nash in the corner. Burton slips to Ewan Wilson, down low. Nice spin by Burton, late up,
with the smooth left-handed bucket.
Doyle Burton.
That's the type of moves that Doyle Burton's been adding to his bag this summer.
Yeah, he's working on that offensive game.
And then stripping the ball there from Callahan was Burton.
At 14. Seawolves. Here's Wilson. Nice swing
Finds the open man, extra pass.
Kahn down to Nash on the block. Skip pass. Calls for the cut.
Shaky ball. 7 left. Nash fires it up, and he wills that ball in.
AJ Nash doing AJ Nash things.
And that's 65-49 for the UNB St. John Seawolves. 16-point lead. Timeout, Mystics. What do you think they're talking about in that huddle right now on the Mystic side, Eden?
I think they're preaching defense right now. I think they're preaching a lot of defense. They're doing an all right job scoring the ball. I think they could definitely make a couple more, a couple easy shots here and there. They definitely missed a couple close ones by the net, but they got to play some defense right now. They got to limit the transition opportunities. They continue to attack the glass like they're doing. One of the few battles that they're winning, I guess, in the stat categories. So they got to continue to attack the glass and give themselves more opportunities to use their size. But with size, there's gonna come some heavier feet sometimes. They got to limit that transition most importantly right now. Seawolves are getting the easy buckets. They're just running the floor. They're catching, they're shooting, and they're running the floor. And right now, they're gonna have to limit those opportunities if they want to come back in this game.
Right now, really just winning that three-point battle. 52% from the game, Mystics 26. 6 more threes made so far for the Seawolves. And that's going to make a difference.
6 more threes, 18 points, up 16 right now. So, yeah. Cromwell right turns it over right to Kahn. Nash, Euro step layup, block, but a foul.
Wow.
That's a huge play by Dov Kahn there. Right out of the timeout.
Cromwell right, able to get the block there with the hands, but just a little bit too much contact with the body. Nash going to be at the line for 2.
It's a big play by Kahn because you spoke earlier about the feeling of momentum within a game. And when a team goes on a run, like the Seawolves are right now, another team calls a timeout. We want to talk things over. You've got 5 more minutes to play in this quarter before the 4th. That's kind of an opportunity where, we call a timeout because you want to stop that momentum as a coach.
Exactly.
For Con to come out and make a big defensive play immediately, that just sucks the life out of the team.
Yeah.
That's major.
100%. The Seawolves almost using that timeout as an adjustment themselves and becoming more aggressive with their press. Mystics 49, Seawolves 6-7.
Wilson for 3. People. Bang, bang. You and Wilson.
Archer lets it fly.
Cromwell right in the mid-range again. Shot short.
Good rebound by Lecky. Sorry, Kearney. Lecky to fire.
Lecky. Oh, Wilson fouls the jump shooter. It's going to be 3 free throws coming up.
Schmurda to retrieve the ball. Schmurda has been doing a great job on the glass so far for the Seawolves tonight, leading rebounder. Sitting at 9. Something I find Doyle Burton does well that almost attributes to that is he'll secure his box out, and he's not always the one to secure the rebound. But he's just going to carve out so much space and leave so much area for the guards or wings to kind of go in there and grab the ball and just start the offense and start that transition push instantly. You might see games where he finishes with only a handful of rebounds, and that's the reason for it. Almost by design.
Nash, good body control to stop, finds the shooter.
Wilson, why not another?
Boyle forward almost there by Burton, and it's going to go off his leg. That's a
smart play
nice
there.
Play there by Cromwell, right? And Burton gives him a little tap, acknowledging the high IQ play. Burton out, Voke in.
High pass to Kearney. Able to throw it off Voke. Again, another smart play there. Nowhere to go for Kearney and keeping the ball on the Mystic side.
Defensive pressure from the Seawolves has improved as this game's gone on.
A little bit of miscommunication right now, it seems, for the Seawolves on the defensive side.
And there's Con, just directing traffic a little bit.
There's a reason we call him the librarian, folks. His knowledge and presence and just that level of calm, cool, and collectiveness that he brings to a game. He had leadership qualities from day one.
It's a nice find. Titus in the corner.
Great closeout there by Schmurda.
Yeah, that's a fantastic closeout by Schmurda. Nash off to the races, goes up.
With a tough finish.
AJ Nash.
Just so strong in his core.
And there's Con once again.
Able to save it.
And they're calling him for a backcourt violation, but you see Con, we just spoke to his IQ right there. And he made the steal and instantly knew that he couldn't go back over the half-court line with that ball.
And it's going to be timeout. Mystics. Seawolves lead by 21.
Big lead here.
This game's starting to get out of hand.
We're going to take this opportunity here during the timeout to thank our season partners once more. Lester Trophies, Centaur Atlantic, Domino's Pizza. Use code 50STDNT. Students, get 50% off. Domino's, build your own pizza. I can see us maybe having a $5 dinner here in the future.
Speaking of $5 dinners, just 2 weeks ago, Oz was shawarma, $5 shawarma day. That's a day to remember.
What a great day that was.
Still fresh in my memory.
So I'd like to thank UNB Associate Alumni, One Team Sports, Select Printing and Signs, Booster Juice, the East Point location, and our great friend Lee, Culligan, and St. John LNG.
3.5 left to go here in the third quarter. Leading for the way for the Seawolves, it's been Darren Clark. He's been absolutely electric tonight. He's got 15. AJ Nash, following suit, 15 of them himself. Getting them in different ways. Darren's 3 for 4 from behind the arc. AJ 5 for 7 from behind the line. For the Mystics, it's Isaiah Cromwell Wright. He's got 16. Callahan with 11.
Cromwell right, checked by Nash. Faces up, extra pass. Ryan Farron tries to finish, but defense swallowed that up, and it's a nice offensive rebound by Lecky. He's going to head the line. Part of me, that wasn't Lecky there, that was Kieran. pair from the stripe. 72-53. 3 minutes to go here. Here's Wilson. It's for Nash. Immediate double. Smart double there by Kearney. Nash going at him. Kicks it out. Finds Kahn. Pulls it. Right in the face of Isaiah Cromwell, right. Good shot, no good. Picks up the foul. He does. Just Kahn on the bump there.
It's going to be a bonus, I believe, for the Mystics. Tough foul there. You don't want to foul in the backcourt, especially when you're in bonus. Even with the lead, that's how teams start to build momentum.
Cromwell right. Good free throw shooter makes the play on the first. Two for two. Just Cartwright. Vote. Nash attacking, laying it up and AJ Nash.
Hanging in the air.
He's up to 17 points in the night. Here's Titus.
Looking to attack Vogue. He lets it fly.
Nice
He likes that that three from straight on. That's kind of been his shot for the night.
Vogue with it up top. Cartwright turns, fires. That's his game. Shot off. Battle for the rebound. It's going to go to the back to the Mystics.
Love to see that aggressiveness from Cartwright.
I like that shot, yeah.
Going on.
That's
his role.
Yeah, that's his number one asset is his ability to shoot the ball and at the size that he is. And, yeah, always nice to see him let it fly. Talented shooters at the Cartwright. Titus.
Looking to get to work again.
Folks right there. Callahan a three ball. It's good.
And with space to operate, Callahan cuts the lead to 13.
Just like that, 21 down to 13 in only about a minute and a half of play.
I'm sure we're going to see the Eagles look to get Darren the ball back here.
Going off the comp. Repost to Vogue. Faces up.
Only 5 seconds to go.
Pounded. Swing.
Kahn's got to shoot it.
1 second left. Vogue just gets it off, and it's
good rebound by Kahn.
Oh, blocked from behind by Farron. Good offensive rebound by Kahn there.
Great chance for the extra opportunity, even if he's not happy with the result.
Here's Titus. Foul whistle there. Wilson's going to pick it up.
Callahan, he'll be back to the line.
Official signaling in the act. Vogue triggers it into Wilson. Nice feed up the court to Vogue. Back to Clark.
Darren Clark, space to shoot.
Corner, good.
Needed to drill that one.
Aaron Clark for three.
And to end the gold streak for the Seawolves, that's 77-63 now.
That's a big
35
shot.
to go.
You spoke of it earlier. A player who can just get a bucket.
Sometimes you need one. As much as your offense can be firing, if it turns to get cold, sometimes you just need that player to go out and do it himself. For the Mystics, it's seemed to be Cromwell Wright. For the Seawolves, looks to be Darren Clark this year.
A little pushing before ball is inbounded there is Kahn and Titus. Just kind of battling for position. The smaller Kahn trying to win the position battle. Farron out to Titus, trying to attack Clark. Off his feet, Farron, 3-ball. Too strong, other Farron grabs the rebound up.
A little too heavy.
No good, Wilson.
Flips it up to Darren. 2-on-1. Keeps it himself. Wasn't able to finish.
Probably could have dropped that one off there.
Yeah, that would have been a nice one for Cartwright.
Nice move by Callahan, leaves it short.
It's going to be Seawolves' ball, 6.7 left to operate. And the crowds are loving it.
Clark with 5, with 4, 3. Darren Clark all the way to the rack. Good. Darren Clark. He's fired up. And the Seawolves take a 79-63 lead going into the fourth.
And a 16-point lead for the Seawolves going into the fourth quarter. Darren Clark getting his get back for the missed layup the play before.
And he's hit 20 points here on the night. Not even in the fourth quarter.
1-2 scoring punch duo between him and AJ Nash. Both almost hitting 20 early in this game. Like I said, the fourth quarter still hasn't even been played.
Mystics just don't really have an answer right now for the downhill attack that both Nash and Clark can bring.
And for the Mystics, it's just like it's in those levels of cold spells. It's they're definitely missing the Isaac Mathesons of the world, the Chase Tynes, like just some other rotational players, just to kind of keep themselves stable throughout the course of the 40 minutes. All right, and 10 minutes left of basketball.
Mystics trying to make a fourth quarter comeback, stuck 16 in the Wolves. Here's Titus attacking Schmurd. Skip pass to Kai and Farron, cut off by Clark. Over to Lecky, gets in the paint, travel whistle. Good defense there by both.
One too many Hawks.
The help is there. Clark, another take to the right hand. It's a DC production, and we're just watching it. Darren Clark to the rack, plus the arm.
What an acrobatic bucket. Wow.
He's bringing some fire to this game today that we
looking to get his bingo
saw
card.
glimpses of in the preseason, but he's been on a whole new level today.
Just shy in the free throw, almost able to get his own.
Here's Cromwell right. Mystic stuck 18.
Nice pass. A little bit of zip. Lecky can't get it to Crit.
Good rebound.
Farron been working on the glass. We've seen this with the women's team earlier. If the defensive rebounding is key for the Seawolves. Can't let a team get too many chances. Just out of control. Lecky just seemed to be a little bit off balance there. There might have been some contact in the corner, but by the time he got the ball on the ground, it was he was just kind of on his own there and couldn't regain control.
Sub coming to the game, Callahan's back in.
Going to be taking Lecky out. 9 to play. It's an 18-point game. Mystics going to have to turn up the dial ASAP if they want to get this one back.
Here's Hallett. Schmurd in the corner. Entry pass to Vogt. Knocked away, back to Hallett. Clark, catch and shoot three. Too strong.
He's on fire, he wants to let it fly. Hard to blame him. It was a good look.
Callahan almost lost it. Titus with it up top now. Looking for Kearney down low, but he's cut off. Great help defense by Clark. Nice pass. Cromwell right for three. Too strong. Right on the glass. Mystics can keep this one. 13 in the shot clock. Reset to 14. Cromwell right. Triggers it in.
Piece by Pollard.
Callahan, oh, Pollard's going to take a foul there. Sportsmanship from Pollard saying, my bad. Maybe meant to bump you, didn't mean to send you flying.
Yeah.
And the Mystics got a chance to try to cut this lead down.
Pollard getting active on the defensive end.
Kearney,
Tough
nice
lay
dig
from
with the left.
Kearney.
Good extension there.
The natural lefty there, kind of getting the different finish, hard to defend. You're not used to someone using the left hand on the right-handed side. Getting crafty.
Clark, pull up.
Step back.
Long two, and he hits. Darren Clark is on fire.
He's drilling.
He's talking a little bit of friendly banter up and down the court.
Adam Callahan had a lot to say in the first quarter to Darren, and he's having to say back here in the fourth.
Sweet looking jumper there from Cromwell Wright. 15-point game.
Cromwell Wright, that's his 21st.
Oh, Clark gets fouled there, trying to split a double team.
He's been electric for the Mystics tonight.
Clark to Schmerd. Vote pops. Lets it
Why
fly.
not let it fly?
Off to the left, and that's a rebound from Titus. Schmerd checks it. Titus pulls back. Swings it. Cromwell right, a deep three. Too strong. Vogt runs up and grabs the rebound. Schmerda, hesitation. Attacks right into the paint. Double teamed, and that's a really nice play by Farron to tie up Schmerda.
Cromwell Wright staying strong with the ball.
Operating.
Finds Callahan.
It's a nice drift from Callahan. He hits
Looking
the
to
shot.
speak back. He drills that one.
That's one of the easier shots Callahan's going to take tonight. He's probably ran that drill about a million times. Simply, catch the ball goes to the top, take a dribble, you drift, hit the shooter, let it fly.
And he closes the gap down to 12 now.
There's still a lot of time to play in this game.
Certainly not over for the Mystics, that's for sure.
Pollard over to Howlett. He lets one fly. 12-point game here.
Nash coming in for Schmerda. Always nice to see that DC AJ Nash connection. I find AJ's 5 assists on the night so far. He's been doing a great job at finding him, and along with all of the other Seawolves.
Downhill, Kearney.
Tough bucket. Can't quite get it to drop.
Good defensive play there by Howlett. He makes another one. But Howlett and Vogt just rolled right up there on that take by Kearney.
Howlett, due to his frame, doesn't look abnormally strong, but spends a lot of his time in the weight room, especially in the off season. Even for a skinnier frame, he's very
really
strong.
filled out.
Very,
over his last couple of years, actually. Lance's dedication to his body in the gym has been impressive.
Certainly.
Because now he has added a lot of strength onto that long wingspan.
Even if he's not one of those guys that you can necessarily see it as much on his build, you can tell by the way he moves and how people have started to bounce off him, especially this year compared to years in past.
His defensive game has taken a big jump.
Great defense there by Pollard.
Pollard just saying no to the 6'7" Titus.
That's a 6'1" Ryan Pollard. That's a 6-inch difference there. Made up for in verticality.
I'd like to shout out
the junior NBA members.
Yeah, the junior NBA teams that are from around the city, helping out with the mops, keeping the court clean. Pollard and Titus fighting for position already under the hoop. Farron, checked by Burton. Tries to pass. Cromwell Wright just couldn't get free on that cut. Nash did a good job of blocking that. 6 minutes to go here in the fourth.
Mystics momentum starting to swing their way still, but game in the hands of the Seawolves. It'd be nice to go on the run if you're a UNB fan.
Howlett. Good extra pass.
More.
Clark. He's fouled behind the three-point line. Cromwell right. Doesn't like that one, but Clark's going to shoot three. It's a nice extra swing there from Pollard to get it right to the shooter. That's 4 fouls on Cromwell right as well. A big piece of their offense.
That is big. That'll be Darren Clark's 25th point.
Second one drops. Third doesn't go, but still able to get 2 points in the possession. Kearney tries to attack Clark, picks it up. 2-on-1 opportunity here. Clark takes it himself right up, and Clark looking unstoppable tonight.
And Danny DePalma with the timeout. Darren Clark just looking unstoppable. The ACAA is not a high-scoring league, and to see a player close to eclipsing 30 in his first game, he could be a front runner for ACAA first team. Good candidate for player of the year.
Seawolves definitely got a special player in Clark.
And personally, I also find it almost more impressive watching him play from preseason to now. He looks to have turned it up a whole nother gear. It seemed like preseason was preseason for him, not the early games of the regular season, if that makes sense.
When you're a transfer like that, you got to take time. It does take time. You got to adjust to a new environment, not even just on the basketball floor. You got to, you do have new teammates, but you're living in a different place. New challenges come up with that. It's hard to see defend his groove really nicely.
Yeah, and I'd say he's started to make that adjustment really well.
Yeah.
An efficient 28 too. He's 11 for 15 from the field.
That's pretty.
4 for 6 from behind the line.
Yeah. We talked about how the Seawolves just came out the gate lightning hot, like white hot from 3 to start the game. Clark never seemed to stop. Here's Kearney. Attacks. Farron, face-up jumper. Shots off. Clark. Looking to go at Kearney behind the back.
Just loses the ball, almost with a smooth move there.
Swings it out to Howlett. Down low, Burton. The 7.
Pollard's got to let it fly.
3-point shot. It's long. Clark
Gonna be
grabs the
rebounded.
rebound.
Brings it back out. Shot clock reset to 14.
Nash now. Now it's Burton. Howlett.
Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there. Howlett just kind of throwing it between two of the Seawolves. Neither knew who it was for. Schmerda in for Pollard. That's going to be the Seawolves lineup. We're going to see them run in closing moments games just like this. This is who they're going to probably stick with for the rest of the last 4.5 minutes. Titus, he's been loving that one step in, pull it back, top of the arc 3. That's the second of the night.
Nice cut there, and Clark's fouled.
Sorry, his third 3. 3 for 4.
Burton catches. High post.
Oh,
Cutting Clark.
beautiful
That's gonna be a
feed from
foul
Burton.
there. Schmerd back in. Starting group back on the floor. The Seawolves. Trying to close this out. Up 13, now 14. So his free throw will be for Darren Clark 30 bomb to start the season off with 29 points here. And he does. That's 30 for Darren. Titus all the way. Blocked by Burton. And a foul.
Paul Vaughn, a little bit of an awe, but the great effort there by Burton, even if Titus gets to the line.
This is good by Titus. Goes 2 for 2. Still a 13-point game here, so we're 4 to play. Here's Nash. Schmurd takes a bump back up to Burton. Looking low for Hallett.
Not quite there.
Yeah, wasn't quite there yet.
.13 game, 4 to go.
Here's Titus finishing.
He's starting to get active here late in this fourth quarter, trying to bring the Mystics back into this ball game. That was his 13th.
Nash attacking, stops, kicks out. Hallett, he attacks now. Floater over top the defense. It hangs and falls off the rim.
And that's stripped away by Schmurda.
It's going to be a kick ball there. Lucky bounce for Hallett there. A nice floater.
14 on the clock.
Rim and took the wrong side to fall.
Timeout, Seawolves. Maybe not.
Yeah, it looks like he.
Yeah. Sorry, I heard the buzz and I seen Coach Paul Vaughn go over the day one. Thought that's what that was.
Here's Nash. Oh, he's pulled down. That looked like it actually could have been a bit of a scary fall, but Nash looks like he's all right.
And I think now we're going to see the timeout for the St. John Seawolves. Seawolves up 11, 89-78, 3:15 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Well, folks, I hope you guys have been enjoying your first weekend of ACAA men's basketball action. It's been an exciting one. If you're the Mystics, it would be really nice to come back into this game and get this win here, especially after taking one loss yesterday to the St. Thomas. Starting your season 0-2 isn't exactly how you'd look to open up your season, but understanding that you're missing some rotational players, it might not affect your end goals any.
Go. 11-point game, not out of reach.
Certainly not out of reach. 4 possessions and it can be anyone's ball game.
Certainly help if Nash hit these free throws here, though. First good for Nash. He's up to 18 points.
Chromo Wright on the bench. Potentially fouled out.
So Nash here, if he can, unfortunately.
Yeah, Chromo Wright fouled out.
Yeah.
21 points, 8 of 17 from the field, but won't be able to finish this game for the Mystics, and that could be a real big pain for them.
Trying to dump that off was Callahan, but it got deflected up and away. Mystics looking like LeBron saying, that's our ball, ain't it? That's our ball, but not. Seawolves will take it.
James laid it in down there.
One of my favorite all-time LeBron James moments. Here's Clark.
Getting doubled.
There's Schmurda. Drops the load into Burton. Burton attacks. Trying to go at fair and
also
turns.
getting
Oh, grabs.
And he lifts it up. Not even looking at the rim.
Fair. Got a piece
The
of the
G4 Zillion Athletic Center's going wild, Aiden.
The fans are loving that one. The big man, Doyle Burton, has done some good work today on the inside. And finally
Throw that
gets
on
a
his
nice
highlight tape.
reward. Man one. The offhand?
Yeah. And securing the
Nails
bingo
the
card.
free throw.
Burton nails the free throw.
Well, Burton, 9 points on the night. Here's Farron. Out to Callahan. Drops it down low. Kearney lays it in. Sweet find out of Callahan.
Wow, Mystics are doubling
What
fire.
a find by Darren Clark.
Beautiful pass.
Threading the needle right to Burton. The big man's up to 11.
What an electric player Clark's been tonight, Aiden.
Wow, he's really been something to watch.
And Callahan answering back with a 3 of his own.
What more can you
minutes
say
left,
about the Seawolves backcourt tonight? With 2 minutes to go in this game, they got a combined 48 points out of their 2 starting guards tonight. Howlett, 3.
And not to mention the assist number that AJ Nash has leading the game. In the defense, the other side of the ball,
Yeah.
too.
They just have a backcourt of 2 electric scorers who can handle the ball, defend their position, or guard up, like taller, stronger players.
Yep.
And they hold their own assignment. They can guard
They-
94 feet. It's
1
such a
through
luxury
5,
to have.
at least on the switch. And very solid with the rock.
Yeah.
Limiting turnovers. That's key for any guard in the ACAA, at any level even.
They both have size as well.
Certainly.
Like you said, they are switchable, but it's a nice thing to have. in your
That'll be
backcourt.
AJ Nash's 20th point there with the second
know.
free throw.
So that's a 50 point
points.
night in the backcourt. Lecky wants to attack.
Almost loses the ball there.
Oh, behind the
Nice
head pass.
pass.
Burton saves it, but right to Lecky. He's going to go up with it. Tries to go over
Blocked by
Schmerda,
Schmerda.
and it's blocked out of bounds.
This game, although 2 minutes left, it's a 14-point game. It is still in reach. Without Chromo Wright, it's going to be hard for the Mystics to really come back in this one.
3 off the mark there from Titus. Clark. A little savvy move there to draw a foul on Lecky.
That's going to be a technical.
foul. Technical foul on, I believe, Clark, actually. Looked like him and Lecky were just in disagreement of what it was, and Clark said, "Hey, man, you got me in the mouth."
Yeah.
After that, we aren't sure.
Callahan shoots the free throw.
14-point game here, pardon me, 13. As Callahan drills that free throw. He's up to 23 points on the night in his 5th and final year. First free throw from Clark's no good. Second is good. Clark up to 31. Titus, head fake, 3 ball, short. Kearney underneath, goes up with it, can't finish.
A whole lot of Mystics.
Clark
and
corrals the
Clark
rebound.
comes in
Oh,
with
it's
the
stripped
ball.
away again.
Good steal there by Lecky. Trying to find a Mystic and leaves the ground and just couldn't find anyone before
Floating
it was time
pass
to
to
win.
Schmerd, lays it in, beautiful feed.
With a tough find
The
ahead
Seawolves have hit the
pass.
century mark, up 184. Under a minute to go. Titus draws a foul.
Not often do you see a team score 100 points here in the ACAA, and especially not the Seawolves. The kind of reputation I would say they had last year was maybe a slower, more defensive-minded team, and
Yeah.
and this is a team that's still bringing that same level of defense, but now they're putting up 100 points on the board. And
this
that's
is
a
a really
great look for the season.
A fast-paced game today, and you're going to put up 100 points when you shoot that well from downtown. So.
Certainly.
So successful
fellow
night here.
broadcaster leaving the gym, Tyler.
Shout out Tyler. Free throw up and down for Titus.
I'll say this game felt like it's been stuck at about 15 kind of the whole night. It never really felt like the Mystics got a whole lot closer than that, but it never felt like the Seawolves got more than a lead in that. It's always kept us on the edge of our seats the whole time, but comfortable at the same time as a Seawolves fan.
Nash split the double team. Oh, it takes a lot of contact from
A little bit of a dirty chase down foul there by Kearney.
Nash didn't love that one, but
Paul Vaughn loving the contact. Slapping on the sideline.
Mop boy cleaning up whatever moisture was left on the court there.
37
Once
seconds
again, shout out
left.
to the mop crew.
Of
Junior
this
NBA
game.
crew here today.
AJ Nash, that'll be his 21st.
And 22nd for Nash. Titus Kearney, 3-ball. Shots off, and Nash tries to go up and get it, but it's knocked out of bounds.
25 left to play, 14 on the shot clock. Mystics will get a shot up. Seawolves will be able to hold the clock from there. Titus,
Nice down pass.
kind of nice play there from Lecky.
Recognized the size and just gave it to him.
That could be something nice to have in your bag for later in the season.
Clark trying to split the double. Game clock, shot clock almost in sync here, but Schmerda tries to get to the rim. Only draws a foul with 12 seconds remaining. So Schmerda is going to shoot 2 free throws here, which will ultimately cap off a very successful opening night for the Seawolves. This team, first of all, 13 points as he chases the Seawolves all-time scoring record this year.
Yeah.
5th year with the program. 5 seconds left. We're going to let the Mystics shoot it. And that's going to do it, folks. A huge victory for the UNB St. John's
Leading the way for
Seawolves.
the Mystics was Adam Callahan with 22. For the Seawolves, it was Derek Clark with 31. What a game.
Fantastic game here today. Super entertaining. Folks, we'd like to thank you for joining us for this UNB St. John production of ACAA basketball. On behalf of myself and Russell Malawi, we'd like to thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Take care. Have a good night. Sleep safe.